everyone, and welcome back to another healthy keto eating show. And I've got a recipe here that I got out and about. Excited to share this with you guys. I like to make recipes, but I also like to show you guys that there are things out and about that you can get on the run or to bring home, or just not have to always cook at home. Let's put it that way. This one here is Papa Murphy's crustless pizza, keto friendly. Look at what it says right there. And you can get it made just the way you want, and there's two ways to do it. You can do it in the oven or in the microwave. And I'll hold it there just for a second if you want to pause it. I also have a photo of it I'm going to insert in there. But my husband got me the meat one, the Meat Lovers, and it's got some little bit of onion, a little bit of black olives, a little bit of green onion, it looks like, and then the meat. It looks like it's got sausage, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and looks like a little bit of, that looks like the meat that's in it. And then it's got, of course, the pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, and those little fixings, like I said, the little bit of onion. So it's white onion, a little bit of green onion, and olives, it looks like he got for me, and then the mozzarella cheese. I'm so excited about this. So if you guys go out with your family and your family isn't doing keto and they want Papa Murphy's, they want you to grab Papa Murphy's, that's a take and bake. You got to bring it home and bake it at home, okay? You can enjoy it with them because you can get the crustless keto-friendly pizza, however you want it made. And you just bring it home and you can either microwave it or do it in the oven. I just microwaved mine because I thought, hey, let's do it easy. Let's microwave it tonight and make it super easy. But yeah, I was excited when my husband told me about this. Now, I know there are a few pizza places that if you ask them to do, crustless things, they'll put it in containers and stuff for you. So just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. And more people are getting more keto friendly with their restaurants. It's so awesome. So this is a great idea if you guys are stopping at Papa Murphy's and your family wants pizza. They're not doing keto, but you are. You get to enjoy it too. Get it topped the way you want it. Most veggies are keto friendly. Just make sure you know what you can have. Maybe you want just a Meat Lovers, just all meat. Get it however you want. Now, I would say that the pan is about 2 servings. I got my serving here and there's one more. I show a picture of it. The pan is about this big. I would say it's about 2 servings because it's, not a ton or whatever. I only do the 2 meals. I do the warrior diet where I eat for 4 hours and then 20 hours fasting. And so I would say that this would be fine for me because I'm only doing, I did a very small meal today. I've been crazy cleaning today. I am a spotless housekeeper. I clean every single day. Once a week I go through and dust, and about once every month or so I go through and big clean. Like wash doors, wash the cupboards, wash the microwave out. Well, the microwave I do every week, but wash the oven out. I just go all out. I go on top and do it up above the cupboards. I wash door handles, everything. Sweep, mopped, I do it all. So I do that about once every month to 6 weeks or whatever. So I've been cleaning like mad. And my husband brought me this home so I wouldn't have to cook tonight. But I thought I want to share it with you guys, do a healthy keto eating show with you guys and show you something that you can get out. I don't always, it's great to eat at home. It's important to make a lot of meals at home because you want to stay as keto as can be. And you want to eat healthy. This would be more dirty because it's pizza. And of course, it's going to be a lot more fattening and stuff like that. So don't do this often, but a great idea when you guys are on the run and everybody wants Papa Murphy's to bring it home and cook it, and you can't eat that with them. We used to just eat the toppings off of it. Well, now you can get a crustless, keto-friendly pizza. Awesome. And I would say it's probably 2 servings. That's what I'm going with. I'm only having water tonight. And before I begin, I'll just tell you guys, if you are new to my channel, please go ahead right there, down there, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. That's right underneath it, so you are notified of all of my uploads, so you don't miss any of this awesome information and all the recipes I do and all the stuff I talk about for keto. I've been ketogenic for 4 years, and I was taught, over 4 years now, and I was taught professionally by keto doctors, keto nutritionists, and my brother who teaches as a job, and all the studying I've done myself. And I've had pure success. In April will be 3 years maintenance for me. It took me 15 months to lose 150 plus pounds. Since then, I have lost a little bit more. I'm at 160 plus pounds, but I've been maintaining that for almost 3 years now. April will be 3 years for me. And I eat around 17 to 2,000 calories a day. I still do fasting. I love fasting. I love hitting autophagy. Doesn't mean I have to, but I want to keep myself healthy. It's so healthy to do that. So I eat 2 meals a day, do the warrior diet. I do like 1 meal a day, which is OMAD. had, but it's hard for me to get all those calories in one meal. So I find the warrior diet works better for me because I can get those 17 to 2,000 calories in those couple meals there, maybe a little snack. So, but yeah, just, you know, if you guys need help, another thing, if you could do me a favor, I do teach all of this for free. So if you could do me a favor and share my channel, that would help my channel to grow, and I can help many more. I've helped over 1,000 people get their life back, and I would love to help more. I do link my email down below if you need extra help and, you know, are watching my videos but still don't understand keto, would love to be set up on a macro plan, a calorie deficit. You know, I just need to ask a few personal questions. So if you could email me, I would love to get you started. I know that there's a couple of you waiting. I hope by the time you see this video, I already have helped you. It's just a lot going on. My brother's still in the hospital with that diverticulitis, possible surgery. We don't know what's going on. I was dealing with all those heart palpitations. Thank God to report, thank you for all of your prayers and everything, that I've been really good for 3 days. No palpitations or nothing. I've been doing great. I just think I was really stressed out and all that. But, you know, we need to get my brother home. We need to get him home and out of those hospitals, especially with all this stuff going on. We just need to get him home. So hopefully that will happen. Please continue to pray for my brother. You know, it is a serious thing. His was pretty bad, and they were talking about possible surgery, so I hope that doesn't happen. But if you could, you know, continue to pray for me, that would be great. But I will get back to each and every one of you that email me. Sometimes it takes a little longer. I hope the 2 that did email me, by the time you see this video, I've gotten back to you. And anybody else, please email me, and I would love to get back to you. I always get back and tell you if I can't right away. I'll tell you, just give me a moment. But I always do return it. And if I don't, and it's been like 3 days, email me again. I may not have gotten it, because I'm pretty good about at least telling you if I can't, you know, give you a deficit at that moment that I'm going through some things or whatever. I usually am good about that. So, but anyways, yeah, I've been ketogenic for over 4 years, healthy as can be. I was on 20 medications. I had many things wrong, including a heart condition I developed over 22 years ago when I had my son back in '98. It was called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I dealt with that for 16 years on medications. On top of that, I developed cholesterol levels, very high, triglyceride levels that were bad. I was pre-diabetic, I was pre-diabetic. I had IBS, PCOS, GERD, I had stomach problems, you name it, I had it, I cured them all. I was on over 20 meds, I'm down to 2. One is just a beta blocker for the heart, the other one is just to help the blood flow of the heart, but they're a really, really low dose. I was on a very high dose of these, very low. The doctor sometimes thinks he can maybe take them away, but we're just making sure, we're just keeping an eye on everything. But yeah, I feel wonderful. I feel great. I am 44 years old and I feel like I'm 16. I feel better than when I was 16. I would love for all of you to get on that keto train and start living your life healthy. It's just a low-fat, it's a high-fat, low-carb diet. You're eating 20 carbs or less a day to keep yourself in a state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat-burning mode, and it is a higher fat diet when you are in maintenance or trying to gain weight. But understand that if you are trying to do this for weight loss, there's 3 forms: weight loss, maintaining, and gaining. If you're doing it for weight loss, you're going to lower that fat a little bit. You're not going to do the 75 or 80% that they talk about. You won't do that. You will lower that. No, you're not going to go 0, but you will lower that. Lower it, you know, to maybe, that's around 130 grams a day that people do, 130, 140, 150, right around there. You're going to do probably like 75 to 100, depending, but I will set you up on a macro plan on that. You want to go lower with that and use your body fat as your high fat source so that your body can burn that off and get that weight off quickly and get to maintenance mode and feel great. And then you'll be where I am, where you can eat the heavier fats. But you want to eat good fats, and I explain that in every video. Avocado, nuts. For the oils, avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, MCT for your coffee. That's just for your coffee, not for cooking. For fat bombs and stuff. Eggs are a really good source. Good meats, good fatty acids through fish and stuff like that. You want to do, you know, just good healthy fats is how you want to eat. And I show a lot of recipes on my channel. I'm in the current, you know, process of writing a keto cookbook. I've done over 200 recipes. I've recreated almost everything out there and turned it into keto. So it is possible to do. Just have faith in yourself and know that you can do this. And I know I have a couple of you saying that you're having trouble. You are lowering the fat and stuff and still not losing. I'm going to, you know, just keep watching it. It could be at a little bit of a, you know, just something you need to adjust. And that's why there's somebody that had asked me that question. I'm going to help her adjust a few things. And hopefully I already helped you, sweetheart. Hopefully I already did. If I haven't, I will get back to you ASAP. Just, you know, got a lot going on, and everybody says family first. So just let's get healthy, everybody. You know, we're going through all this stuff, you know, going on right now, and we're not supposed to talk about it on our channels, you know, exactly what it is. They say that not to be talked about on the channel, but you guys all know we're talking about what's going on right now in our world. You know, if you love God and you're walking with God, you have nothing to fear. Fear not, for God is with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is always with you. So don't fear. We will get through this, you know, just like all the other things that came up. We got through them. We will get through them, and we will, you know, that's just how it goes. That's just how the world goes. You know, God is in control of us. These are not our home. Where we live on earth is not our home. Our home is in heaven. This is just our temporary home, you know. So just live your life to the fullest. Love your life. Enjoy your life. And don't worry too much. But take precaution and do what they tell you to do. You know, just be safe too. It's smart to be safe. So, but anyways, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day. Maybe nobody got to go out because of what's going on. I'm not sure. But I hope you all had a great time. I hope everybody was safe. I hope if you did drink, I'm not a drinker myself, but I hope if you did drink that you were safe, you got a ride home and all of that, and everybody is happy and healthy. So yeah, let's enjoy this crustless pizza keto-friendly dish. I'm excited about this. So hope you guys are enjoying a keto meal with me. Enjoy this with me. Like I said, I did a slideshow yesterday for you guys. Well, I do these videos pre-recorded, so I hope I did one for yesterday because I pre-record these. But I was planning to do one for you guys, so I hope you got that, and that I would tell you that I was going to sit down and do an eating show with you guys so you could make something, make the meal I made. You know, if I did do that video, make that, or one of the ones that I've done, and sit down with me and enjoy a meal with me. A nice keto-friendly meal. Can I have a little bit to drink? Just having water. Like I said, I don't always do the soda or that. I do more water because it's healthier for you. But anyways, yeah, I just love helping all you guys out. Love making these videos, and I thought I would do another story time with you guys. But let's try a bite of this keto-friendly crustless pizza. Now, I know that there are places that people have already got some, but now Papa Murphy's has hopped on board, and you can just heat it in the microwave because, you know, all their ingredients are already pre-cooked. That's why when you get home, you don't have to cook the pizza very long. You know we love all the ingredients from Papa Murphy's. Oh my gosh, so yummy. Again, this would be heavier fat. Not something you want to do every day. I'm sure there's GMO in here. I'm sure there's things that aren't healthy for you. Because, you know, they do teach to try to do clean keto. This would be a little bit dirtier keto. But enjoy it once in a while, especially if you're in maintenance mode like me. You can make this stuff at home. I wouldn't think it would be too bad. I mean, it's just meats and stuff. But you got your processed pepperoni and ham and stuff like that. I'm sure that stuff is processed. The sausage is definitely going to be a process. Oh, I love Papa Murphy's, you know, their food, and I haven't been able to eat there for a while. Well, my husband would get a pizza, and I would eat some of the toppings. So much better when you can eat this way because you get so much more then. And I told him to do it light on the sauce because carbs are going to add up with the veggies and stuff, but I don't have a lot of veggies here. Just a few veggies. You know, I told him to go very light on the veggies because they add up quick. I would say, I don't even know what the carb count is. They don't have it on the box. But if I was to guess, I would say this would probably be, because of the meats and everything, I probably would guess that the whole entire container, and I'm throwing a guess out there, and I'm pretty good at guessing. I'm going to say probably 4 or 5 with the veggies. I would say probably the whole pan's probably 10, maybe 15. So I got half that. So around 5 to 7 I have here. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit less. But yeah, you can put a little Parmesan cheese if you want. I'm out. Wow, this is delicious. Because I love all their, you know, their toppings. Oh, they got some good, their recipes is good, their sauce is good. But just go light on the veggies. Tell them to go very light on the veggies. And, you know, go light on what you're getting or whatever, and light on the sauce, because sauce does have carbs, but pizza sauce is the lowest. So, we'll do a story time. I told you about my grandmother. I forgot to tell you that my grandmother was born in England. I don't know if you guys know this. It's kind of neat. I have a lot in me. I have a grandmother that was born in England. That's the one that survived that school incident. She was born in England. At the age of 17, she came over here to the United States and moved to California, and then met my grandfather years later or whatever. and got married to him. And so she's always been here since the age of 17. My grandmother is now gone, and so is my grandfather. That's my mom's parents. But anyways, she was born in England, so I've got a lot in me. I've got English in me. Her mom was English, her dad was British. So I've got some English in me, British in me. I've got some Czechoslovakian in me. My dad had Czech in him. My dad had, because our last name is Snidarich, and it's called Snidarich, is how they used to say it. There's Czechoslovakian, Sweden, and that's where I probably get the light, the light hair, the light skin, the, blue eyes. I have Sweden in me. I have Polish in me. Because my mom's last name is Kowalski. So I got Polish in me. I'm just a mutt. I got a lot in me. So, but also I have Indian in me, and that's why when I tan a little bit more red. My dad's mother, if I'm not mistaken, was 100% Indian. So my dad was 50%, so it would make me a quarter Indian. So, but I've got a lot in me, a lot of different things in me. I just think that's called Czechoslovakian, Sweden, English, Polish, Indian, British. I just have a lot in me. Hey, maybe I got some royalty in my family somewhere because of my family, my grandmother being born in England. I think that's so neat. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you that one because I forgot to tell you on that story. I wanted to tell you she was from, born and part of her life in England until she was 17. So, and that's where it happened. It was in England where she was living at the time. London, England. But anyways, so the story I thought I would tell you is, let's tell you how I met my husband, okay? My husband we will be married. We got together in May. It was May 22nd of 2011, and we got married July 7th of 2012. So we got married the following year, all right? I met him off of Plenty of Fish. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that site. It was so funny. I had been in a relationship for a very long time, 11 years. I had just recently broke up with that relationship and just, wanted some time alone and didn't want to be with anybody. It was a very bad, rocky relationship. I just wanted some time alone. And my mom didn't like the fact that I was, for the first time, alone, living alone, because I had lived with that, that current. I was married to him for a very short time, but we were together a long time before we got married. And we were only married a short time. We got divorced, but stayed together for a lot of years. But anyways, my mom, for once in my life, didn't like the fact that I was living alone. And I said, Mom, I like this time. I like this time alone. I'm fine. She said, I would like for you just to meet somebody. You should go on that Plenty of Fish. Back then, it was new. It would have been in 2011. It was kind of a new thing. And it was free for women and free for men, too, I believe. And so my mom said, I'd like to set you up. And I'm like, no, I don't want anybody, Mom. I don't want to be with anybody right now. I just don't want to. I just want to be alone. Well, it's funny how God works, because God was talking through her, because she set this site up anyways for me. She set it up for me, got it all ready, and sent me over the link and told me to start just chatting. She goes, even if you just talk to people, I hate you being alone. Maybe you can meet somebody. I said, I don't want anybody. She goes, maybe you can just be friends. So I was on this site for about a week and wasn't liking it. Like I said, I just wasn't wanting anybody. And I wasn't enjoying it as much as I like. The guys on there were kind of dirty. You know how guys can be sometimes. You guys can be dirty sometimes. It would be, how are you? And the next question, what color underwear are you wearing? What color panties are you wearing? So after about a week, I just wasn't liking this site anymore. I wanted to get off. I had a lot of messages from people, a lot of people getting a hold of me. This is when I was, heavier. But I still had a lot of guys interested in me. And I was talking, and I was, by the 7th day, I just thought, this is just ridiculous. I mean, these guys are all gross. They're just being dirty. I'm not into that. I'm a Christian girl. I want to meet a Christian guy. I don't need anybody right now. I'm going to get off this site. I was just about to, and in comes my husband. Another person comes in, and he says, hi, how are you? And I thought, here we go again. I'll just say hi. I said hi to him. Hi, how are you? I said, I'm doing well. How are you? It was good. He goes, how do you like this site? And I go, I don't like it too much. I don't like the way guys are talking. They're dirty. I'm not really interested. And he goes, well, that's good. And I'm like thinking, okay, how is that good? And he comes back, he goes, because then I have a chance with you. Well, I thought that was kind of cheesy. You have a chance with me? I don't even know you, And he goes, well, it gives me an opportunity with you or whatever. And he said I was the prettiest one on there. He said he had seen so many on there. He had been on there a week himself too, wasn't having any luck, didn't like anybody on there. And he said, you just stood out in a crowd. He thought for sure I was gone. He said he thought for sure somebody scooped me up, because he said you were so beautiful, so pretty. And he said he was just so interested. He was hoping and praying that I hadn't gotten with anybody yet. And he said that that's good because then I have a chance with you, and I thought it was kind of cheesy. So anyways, we kept talking, but he wasn't talking dirty or nothing. I thought, well, this is nice. So we talked a little bit back and forth, and it kind of sucks because you have to keep refreshing the page and seeing what he writes and refresh the page, and he has to see what I write, and it just was monotonous. But I had to leave and go to the store. So as we're talking, he was so interested in stuff. Well, I left to go to the store, and I was ignoring some of the messages because I was busy. I was gone at the store. This was kind of late at night too, about 11:30, and I ran to the grocery store. And he, I wasn't feeling well. I had laryngitis. I couldn't talk, and I had, I was sick. I was feeling better, but I was getting over a cold. Laryngitis. I couldn't talk or anything. I thought, well, I want to go to the store and get a few things. And so I was, not ignoring him, just not getting back. I didn't know he had messaged me so many times. When I came back, he's like, where'd you go? Or, hey, hello? Oh my God, where'd you go? Blah, blah. It was so funny. He just was so persistent. And I finally got back to him, said, sorry, I was at the grocery store. And I said, look, this is getting hard going back and forth because you have to keep refreshing the page. I just said, would you like to text me? And then I get an OMG, and he gives me his phone number right away, instantly. So I message him mine, and I tell him, I have laryngitis, though I can only text. That wasn't good enough. He wanted to hear my voice. He wanted to talk to me. He called me. I didn't answer it. He called again. I didn't answer it. He texts, please answer. I want to talk to you. I said, I can't even talk. He goes, well, just whisper then. So I finally answered it, and we talked. And he goes, gosh, you sound so different. I said, I have laryngitis. He said, you sound like you're 60 years old, because I was like this, you guys. I had no voice. He goes, are you sure you're the same person? And I'm like, yes, I have laryngitis. And he's like, you sound like you're 60 years old or whatever. But anyways, we kept talking, and we talked, me whispering, him talking. We talked for about 2 hours, and he kept persisting to come and meet me. This was late at night. He wanted to meet me. I said, well, I want to meet you in a public place. This is weird to come to my house. Late at night like this is so weird. He's like, yeah, but I really want to meet you. And then he kept saying, okay, I understand. You're right. Hang on. I want to eat too. I don't want this video to be too long. Oh my God, this is good. But anyways, so he's continuing to beg to come. And every time I said, I don't think it's a good idea, it's not safe, he goes, you're right. Then we talk a little bit more, and then he would ask again. Well, he finally got the city I lived in. I did give him that. The city I lived in, he told me the city he lived in. So he said, and he was a little ways from me, about 45 minutes from where I lived. And he said, I'm coming to meet you. You better answer when I call. And hung up the phone. That was it. He didn't know where I lived, but he knew the city. So he was heading towards the city. He knew about where I lived because I kind of said the general area, but not where I lived. So he knew where to go. All right? And he hung up the phone. He said, you better answer when I get there because I'm driving over to meet you. I have to meet you. Well, when I hung up, I got a really good feeling go through me. Now, I know that's from God because I would never just let some guy come over like that, some random guy. I mean, that's not me. I just wouldn't. I kept telling him no. But something made me feel good about this, that I could just tell something was good about this. I felt a really good feeling about it. So I was still in my PJs. I was just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I wore that to bed. I thought, well, I'm just going to fix up my hair a little bit. I put a little tiny bit of eye makeup on, just eyeliner, I think, and mascara, just so I looked halfway decent. I had my hair in a bun. And I told him that. I said, it's bedtime. I'm, no makeup. He goes, who cares? I just want to meet you. So about 45 minutes later, or an hour later, he calls. He said, where do you live now? I'm in the area of where you live, in the I forget how you pronounce it, but anyways, he was in that general area, okay? And he said, where are you? And then I told him. And I felt really good about this. And he had pulled in. He said, well, I'm down below your house. Come on out. So I came out, and one, he was so good looking. Oh my gosh, he was so good looking. I had seen pictures of him already, but oh my gosh, he was good looking. I thought maybe this was going to be fake, that this guy wasn't real because he's so good looking. You guys have seen my husband. And here I am, a heavier girl, not thinking a skinny, good looking guy would like me. We're 10 months apart. He's 10 months younger. I was 35 at the time, and he was 34, or I was 36 and he was 35. I can't remember, right around there. 35, I believe, and he was 34. But anyways, so I come walking down from my house. I come walking down, and there he is, and he goes, Angel, is that you? And this was 3 o'clock in the morning, you guys. 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? And he's saying, is that you? And I don't know, I felt good. He came in. He had asked me over the phone, because of my cold, he said, can I bring you anything? And I said, well, he goes, can I bring you some orange juice? He brought me an orange juice, a whatchamacallit, that's what it's called, a whatchamacallit candy bar. That's when I wasn't doing keto. And he said, anything else you need? And I said, no, and I don't need anything, but he got me that stuff anyways. And then we went into my house, and he's seen my house and stuff, and this guy was very persistent. Within 2 minutes of being there, he's playing with my cat and stuff. Within 2 minutes of being there, he kissed me. He came up and just laid one on me and kissed me. And he said that the second he laid eyes on me, was in love. And I felt I was too the second I laid eyes on him. I don't know what it was. Like, I just felt something was there. It was so weird. And I had just gotten out of a relationship, about 3 or 4 months out of a relationship for 11 years. I wasn't ready for this. And I just felt so good about it. And he laid one on me and kissed me. And we talked for a few hours. He did stay the night with me. We just talked all night long, and he left the next day. And I thought, oh, I'm never going to hear from him again or whatever. But he did. He persistently called me. Now, I know you guys are going to say this is crazy, but within 4 days, he moved in with me. Okay? That's how in love we were. We were definitely 100% soulmates. Soulmates, you guys. He moved in after 4 days. Proposed to me after 1 month. We didn't get married for over a year, though, of us being together. But he proposed to me after 1 month, okay? We were madly in love. We knew this was right. We just knew we were right for each other. He had only been with a few girls. He had been married prior to me. He has 4 kids. And he at first had told me he had 2 and then 3. He didn't want to lay too many on me. That didn't bother me, how many kids he had. But he had been married before. And, just was single for like 4 years and finally just wanted to meet somebody. He had dated a few girls, nothing big. But he said there was just something about me. He was just so infatuated with me, and I was so infatuated with him. And I believe he is totally my soulmate because I felt good. I would have never I had other guys that wanted to meet me, even in public places, and I didn't want to. I was scared. But him, I let come to my house. He moved in after 4 days, proposed to me after a month. We got married the following year. We had met May 22nd, 2011. We got married July 7th, 2012. Okay, we've been together ever since. We have a great relationship. Sure, we've had our ups and downs. Every relationship does. But I truly believe he is my soulmate. I love him. I know that at any time relationships can get ruined. Things can happen. People can go through midlife crisis. I hope that I'm with him forever. I know he loves me. I love him. We've had our ups and downs, but we continue to stay together because our love is so strong. I believe in soulmate. I believe in that real love. I believe in that. I believe you only meet your soulmate once. I believe this will never happen again. But I do believe he's the one for me, and I'm the one for him. And I love him. He is so good to me. Yes, we fight and argue. Everybody does. We've had hard times. We even separated at one moment. We were separated for a little while. We needed to. There was a time that we were going through some hard times, and I separated myself for him for a little bit, So that doesn't mean that we're not right for each other. Sometimes things just get hard. But we maintained together. We talked all the time, got back together, never divorced, never did any of that, just separated, no legal separation, just for a little while, just, because he was going through some depression and stuff, and things just weren't, coinciding right and stuff like that. And I just felt like, with his, him being so, depressed and going through whatever he was going through at the moment, it just was a hard thing to go through, and I knew that we needed a little bit of separation. So, but you know what? He is the greatest person in the world. I love him. I love him with everything in me. I hope I get to spend life with him. I always pray. My pastor says that he believes that we are destined to be together. He's the one that married us. He said that Phelan's a wonderful guy. When we went through that hard time, we had the pastor involved in all of that. We never stopped talking, though. We couldn't. We were just destined to be together. We had to be together, so we would always talk and stuff like that. And, everything's great. We now live in our new place together from the place that we had met. And everything's going great. But yeah, that's how I met him, off of Plenty of Fish. I met my true soulmate off of Plenty of Fish. We actually wanted to call them and let them know that we actually met off of that site and let them know that we got married and all of that. But it'll be 9 years together in May, and July will be 8 years of marriage. We just celebrated last year our 7th wedding anniversary, which was 7 years. That was cool. July 7th, 7 years. That was really cool, but we got married 2012. But yeah, he is definitely my soulmate. He's a wonderful husband. You guys see him. He does all of my videos for me, my outfits of the day. He's a wonderful husband. How many husbands would do that? Would take you out once a week and film you walking? I mean, that's a girly thing. But he's not girly. It's just that he loves me and he does this for me. He knows how much I love my channel. I have nobody else to do this. I don't have a car. I don't have anybody else to do this for me that can. And I feel comfortable with him doing it because, I get a little embarrassed or whatever if somebody else did it. And, I like that time with me and him. We get to go on dates. Then afterwards we go out. We just have a great time together. So I'm so grateful for that. Sometimes he wasn't able to do the outfits for me. My little nephew did it. I've made some by myself with my camera and my tripod. But how many husbands would do that? And I 100%, and this is a good feeling to know because I've been with many guys that are cheaters. I know he'd never cheat. That's something about my husband that he is not a person that would ever do that. I fully 100% trust him. I know he never would. God has showed me that. I would never cheat on him. He's just a wonderful husband. But like I said, we had our moment, but everything worked out. We're back, back together. We never, like I said, legally separated or legally divorced or anything. We're back together and everything's great. And I love him so much. But people have their moments, like it says, when you get married, it's for better, for worse. In sickness and in health, till death do you part. You're going to go through hard times. But even the pastor said it was okay for us to separate ourselves for a little bit there. Maybe he didn't really want that, but we knew that I needed to do this. So I separated myself for a little bit. But you guys, he is the greatest man. Do I know 100% he'll be with me forever? No. Does he know 100% I'll stay with him forever? No. Things can change in people's lives. But I do believe that he is the one destined for me from God. And, he believes the same thing for me. So that's the story. That's how I met my husband, off of Plenty of Fish. He was very persistent, knew what he wanted, and went after it. And we've been together now almost 9 years. 9 years of being together and 8 years of marriage coming up. So it's not like it's been forever, but I'm just saying we're still together and our relationship is really good. Yes, we argue. Everybody does. We fight and argue. But he's my soulmate. He is the love of my life, and I am so fortunate that I met him. I was getting off that site that night. I would have never met him. He was getting off that site that night because he wasn't having any luck and didn't like it either. We both were getting off, and we never would have met because he lived 45 minutes from me. We never would have met. I didn't even want this site. My mom set it up. That is all destined from God. That's what I believe in because I did pray, that one day I would meet somebody great, but that I wasn't ready for somebody then. But when you least expect it, that's when God says, well, it's my timing, not yours. Okay? So I didn't want this site. My mom set it up anyways. I didn't want to meet anybody. I met somebody. I never expected to move in with him that quick, and have him move in. I never expected to get, engaged and get married so quickly. It was over a year, but never expected I would meet my soulmate off this Plenty of Fish that I didn't even want to go on. I didn't even want to go on this site. So believe in fate, believe in all of that, believe that there is, when you pray, because I pray a lot, God, I'm not with somebody now, but I'm okay with that, but I hope one day you can send me somebody good. I had a bad relationship for 11 years. Please send me somebody good. I don't care how long I have to wait. If I never get anybody, that's fine. But God, that's what I want. I do want to be with somebody eventually because I didn't like being alone. But I was okay being alone at that moment, But it's funny how God works. God said the timing is now. I had only been apart from that guy for a few months. I had been divorced from him for years, but we were only separated for a few months, apart where he wasn't living with me anymore and all of that. So wasn't that long, but guys, believe in love, believe in faith, believe in God, that God can do anything. God can prove miracles. That is a miracle in itself, that I met my soulmate off of Plenty of Fish, and that he is definitely my soulmate. Even my pastor believes it. He believes he's the right one. He believes we're right for each other. And my pastor is very godly. He's a very godly man. When we had separated, he even told me, don't divorce. Divorce isn't right. But it's not even that. I believe that God will work, magic through this. You guys are just going through a hard time and all of that. Let me pray for you guys. And he prayed, but he said, I believe that he's the one for you, and I believe you are the one for him. So I'm very happy to, tell you the story of our relationship. I love him. He's great. He's a wonderful husband, you guys, wonderful. But is he perfect? No. But am I perfect? No. None of us are perfect. But I know he'll never cheat, and I know he loves me with everything in him, and that's the same for me, for him. It was so sweet when I was going through all those palpitations. My husband rubbed my back every night, relaxed me every night, told me not to worry, everything will be fine. He's just wonderful. He's a wonderful husband. I love him more than, I love God. My son is the most important, God and my son, and then my husband. He is so important to me. Those three men are the most important people in my life. And I'm so happy that I found him, that my mom did what she did. I'm so happy that God worked this miracle because I did pray. And it was God's timing. God said, you are ready right now. I just didn't realize I was. So, because I had been basically separated from this guy for so long, even though we lived together, it's like we were living as roommates. I wasn't sleeping in the same bed with him for years and all of that. So it's like I had been separated for a long time and we weren't married anymore and all of that. I wasn't sleeping in the same bed with him, all of that. So it's like we were apart anyways. We were living like roommates. So it was like I had been single for a couple of years and he had been single for 4 years. With the exception of a couple of dates, but nothing serious, he said. But I'll tell you what, he's a man that knows what he wants, and when he wants it, he goes after it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you're enjoying these story times. I'll share another story when I do another healthy keto eating show with you guys. I got one, what story would I want to share with you guys? I don't know. I'll come up with some good ones. I'll share some good stories with you guys because I know people like to hear interesting stories. I've wanted to tell you guys a story on how me and my husband met. And it's just so weird how that is definitely soulmates. Because, like I said, neither one of us liked the site. We were getting ready to go. His friend told him about the site. So I thought, oh, I'll go on it because it's free. But didn't have any luck. Was getting off that night. Off the site that night. Was shutting it down. I was getting off that night. But yet God put us together. God let me feel okay with him coming over. And obviously everything's great. We've been together this long now. And the fact that he loved God. He was a Christian. And I love that about him. So. And my son adored him. My son did not like my ex at all. My ex was really bad to him. He was not his dad. My ex. I told you a story about my son's ex. He was never there for him and he passed away almost 2 years ago. So my son never got to know him. But my ex was not good to him ever. He met him at 2 and never liked him, even as a 2-year-old. Never liked him. And Dylan really liked Phelan when he met Phelan. And he actually went to him after just about a week and said, please don't ever leave my mom. I've never seen my mom so happy. And my son was 13 years old at the time. He's now almost 22. He'll be 22 in May. But he just said, please don't ever leave my mom. I've never seen her so happy. Like, I haven't seen her happy in so long, and you treat her so good. And he loved my son. That was another thing. He treated my son as if it was his own. He loved my son. He said, how could I not love him? Because I used to say, well, my ex didn't. He said, but how could I not love him? I love you, and he's part of you. Of course I love him. So it worked out great for that, too. And they've had their little disagreements, too. My husband's had a few nights where he's had a few too many cocktails. And I had a couple arguments with my son when he was older. But they love each other. They get along great. And it was just destined in the making. God put us together. That's what I wanted. God, I said, let me meet somebody great, a Christian man, and all of that. And I did. And I'm grateful for him. I so am grateful for meeting somebody as wonderful as him. And I hope he stays with me forever. Stay with me forever, baby, because I love you with everything in me. And I know how much he loves me. He calls me Care Bear. That's what he calls me. He said, you're a Care Bear. He said, when he met me, I had a round tummy like a Care Bear. And he said, you're still a Care Bear. You're just a baby Care Bear now because you're so tiny and skinny. But he said, you're my Care Bear. And he said, because you're so sweet and cuddly. And I mean, to this day, we still hold hands when we watch movies. We watch a movie every night. We still hold hands. We still hold each other in bed after. I know you're going to say, well, it's not that many years, but 9 years. He still wants to hold my hand. Watching a movie, just watching a movie, he has to hold my hand. That's true love. He's very much in love with me. He calls and checks up on me. He does everything for me. And I went through a time where I couldn't even grocery shop. He did all of it. He does everything. He's wonderful. He's a great husband. Don't ever lose hope. If you are supposed to be with somebody, God will put you with somebody. God will give you your heart's desire. Ask for it. And that's why I said, don't ever lose hope. People have bad things that happen. They lose relationships, divorces, and all of that. I know somebody that I watched just recently went through a divorce, and I know it's been hard on her and all of that, but I do believe that God's got somebody for her, and she's going to meet somebody great. If it's not, God's got another plan for her. So, but anyways, don't ever lose faith in God. God is the ultimate. Ain't nothing too big for him. He can accomplish anything. And even with what we're going through right now, and I can't say the word, but you guys all know what I'm talking about, he can at any moment can just go, it's done. God is the one in charge of it. And if you're a Christian, you should never fear anything. Don't fear nothing. Because you don't want to fear death. People don't want to think about death, but I'm just saying, if it came to that and a bunch of people died, well, we're going to heaven if you're a Christian. And if you are a Christian, you wouldn't fear anything because that's going to be a much better place than here. But nobody wants to just, end their life. They don't want that. I'm just saying, don't fear. God is with us. He is going to, if you pray and ask God to protect us, keep us safe, He will. So anyways, I hope you loved this crustless pizza, keto friendly from Papa Murphy's. Definitely get it and try it out. It was delicious. Get it made however you want and bring it home and pop it in your microwave. That's all you have to do, or pop it in the oven if you want it in the oven, however you want, because all this stuff's already pre-cooked. You're just heating it. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my story time. Sorry, it's 40 minutes in. I try to keep them under that. But anyways, I love you guys. If you need help, like I said, I link my email down below. So other than that, stay cool, everybody. Everybody remember to, if you have a bad day and you fall off that keto train, get right back on that keto train. And like I always tell everybody, until I see all of you again, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. I love these videos. I love sharing with you guys. Just remember to always keep it keto. And never lose faith in God. Have that faith in God. He's going to get you through everything, even through this hard time we're going through. I love you guys. Everybody take care. God bless, and I'll see each and every one of you in my very next upload.